Today it's Saturday, February 8th, 2025. Let's see the status. Where am I till now? I have drilled successful the cylinder head and the sleeve housing, this part I'm talking about, alright? I have 0.2 to 0.3 millimeters oversize the hole, alright? It's nice and true and straight. You don't see any difference, by the way. All right, this is from one side, and let's go to see the other side. It's also the other side. It's a first wash of the cylinder head because I check also the valve seats in both cylinder heads. I want to check also the surface here. We still have the thing with the guides, all right? But from the holes here to from where it's passing the studs, I'm good to go. Now, what's the next step? The next step is to drill and tap the block. I'm talking about this one, all right? How I'm gonna do it? How I am going to do it? I have here a drill bit that it's 10.5 millimeters, all right? And this is gonna help me to center it. Because at 10.5 it looks okay, all right? It looks nice. This is gonna help me to center it on the milling machine to be nice and true. I'm not gonna drill it with 10.5, I'm gonna drill it with 10.2. I have this one. This is high speed steel and it's 10.2 millimeters. Keep in mind that this is M12 by 175. 175, you put it here. I have two taps here. This is to start with this one, to center it, to be as center as possible. And this one is, because I have a blind hole, it's not straight through, all right? To go as deep as possible and to remove all the chips out with a full of WD-40, not cutting oil, because with aluminium and cutting oil, it's with WD-40 it's working much better. All right, then if you come here, metric taps, and you're going to size 12 millimeters by 175, you need a drill 10.2 millimeters. All right, I don't know if you can see that. M12 175 the pitch, 10.2 drill bit. All right, then I'm not planning to drill nothing on the two halves of the block. All right, I'm gonna get a piece of aluminum. I'm gonna start with 8 millimeters, then I'm gonna choose the 10.2. I'm gonna do the same process, the same steps what I'm gonna follow on the engine block. I just wanna see how it's cutting, how it's gonna end up, plus the depth here, the turns here, it's 25 turns. 25 multiply 1.75 millimeters the pitch, it's giving to you 43.75 millimeters. All right, that for the M12 it's gonna be more than enough to torque it down at 150 Newton meters. Most probably that is how much they want me to torque it down. I'm gonna double check, I'm gonna ask again. But that's the standard pretty much. And there is no problem to don't deform the cylinders because of this setup, because you put the cylinder inside, so you're not gonna have, it's gonna be fine. That's my point. Finish on that. The depth of these holes here, it varies from 43.8 to 44 millimeters. All right. Now, what's my target here? My target is the stud to stop here at this point, to stop here, down, to bottom out, and to stop on the threads here, and to don't have more threads to bolt it in here. You know, that's my point. To stop here on the flare that has up 1, 2 of the threads, and 3 to bottom down. That's my plan, and that's why I have to measure it, how many times you're gonna turn it. And with these tools, this will gonna be the final, this the beginning, this with what I'm gonna start with, and this is with what I'm gonna finish. All right. So my point is that all of the studs to be on equal depth, to have full engagement, to stop at 3 points, and to come perfect straight. I mean, you're gonna put a straight edge, or you're gonna measure the height with the studs, and to be all of them within a couple of hundreds of millimeter. I mean, if I have difference 100 or 200 millimeter plus minus, it's gonna be acceptable, it's gonna be fine. And because I don't want to F up everything, that's why I'm gonna make a test. I'm gonna get a piece of aluminum, drill, tap it, write down step by step what I did and how I did it, see the threads inside that's nice and clean and healthy, because I might use, let us say, WD-40. With the WD-40 it works fine. With the cutting oil, like I said, doesn't feel so good on the aluminum. All right, on a steel it's different story. It depends the material. Test fit also the stud. I don't want to end up to put the stud inside and moving. All right. Otherwise, I have to find, if I'm not happy, I have to find different tap. All right. And start from there. That's my plan. Let's start working on it. This is not gonna take so much time to drill and tap the hole, but it's gonna take some time, you know, to make some small adjustments for the depth of the cut of the tap to stay where I want it exactly. Let's see my explosion, what I did. Lovely. There is no problem. There is no problem other than I spent $30 on a tap. I broke it and I didn't use it even once. Why this happened? Because I don't care about this piece. All right. And I said, you know what, screw it. I'm not gonna make it 25 times. I make one mark on the part. And I said I'm gonna reach on the 24, 23, 24, and then I'm gonna tap it by hand. All right, I'm gonna continue by hand. Why to F myself up? What I ended up doing? What I did exactly? I was on 70 RPMs here. All right. I put the tap inside. I started with the other tap, like I said, and then I use this. It was a tap once upon a time. Now this is good if you want to break a glass. All right. And what I was doing, I was here and I was making like that. You see? And I had my mark and I was counting the turns. What happened? I make it 24 millimeters. It's supposed to be 25 turns to go inside. Right. But it bottomed out the tap and it snapped. Okay, I pay already once $30. Actually, I ordered 6 or 7 different M12 by 175 from different companies, because I want to see also the pitch. I want to see how it feels, the stud, when I'm putting it inside. All right, I'm gonna make some tests. So it's okay. I destroy $30. I pay again to replace this tap. It's coming tomorrow. These two, what I show you, it was the first taps that they came earlier. The rest are gonna come this week, next week, actually. Next week, yeah, not this week. So that's why I make the test as expected. Because I was lazy. Instead of doing by hand, I said, you know what, I'm gonna jog the lathe and I'm gonna make the last turn example, right? Smart ASOS. Pay now 30 plus 30 now. So I prefer to break it here on this piece than to make the mistake and to break it inside of the block. You get my point? Because after that, I'm not gonna need only the tap. I'm gonna need also a block. I'm not gonna need a block, but I'm just saying, better safe than sorry. That's why I make the test. I prefer to spend $30 and a couple of hours from my time, but to make it right, than at the end to regret it and to need an engine block. Makes sense? Standing by now until this, I try to remove it. You see that, but it doesn't come out. It's soft, the aluminum, and it bites very well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slice it, and most probably I'm gonna break also the height speed still here, because if I slice it, you know what, I'm gonna go a little bit farther, because I don't know how much material I remove. I can predict from here to here, yeah, because I might break this if I touch If I touch the top, I'm gonna break also this height speed still to slice it. I have plenty of materials to use to test it. Lovely. I'm not regretting because, like I said, it's a test. I make mistake. I pay already once. I'm gonna pay again. Nothing wrong with that. It's total fine. At least I didn't do that on the block, and that's all the story here. That's the lesson. Play safe. Do it here on a piece of aluminum, and then transfer what you did to the block, not the broken top, the right one I'm talking about. That's it. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this video today. It doesn't make any sense to upload today. I'm gonna wait also for the rest stops to finalize this, and then when I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna show you how it's gonna looks like, and if I'm happy, then I'm gonna upload it. Let me finalize the video because I'm gonna forget it, and I might delete the clips. Okay. Let's see where am I. Let's see a couple of things first. All right. The depth here on the block, it's 4380. Yep. 44 here. All right. I'm talking about there inside. Fine. These are some standards, and I don't want to drill it more if I don't have to. 1 second to show you. Alright, the other standard, it's this one. The nut fully engaged on the threads. The washer here, alright. This how much remaining, this space here. This is for the gaskets. This is if you resurface, you have plenty of space here, alright. But that's the standard. That means need to have fully engaged. It's not good, let us say, to put more in the stud and to be there. Makes sense? What is the other standard? The other standard, it's this threads down, that all of this, you need to have engagement inside, all right? With one small flaring here on top. Like I said, the stud, 25 turns, 43.75. The threads down here, I'm talking about. 44, we have the hole. This is how much is supposed to be drilled all inside at 10.2 millimeters. Then, let's go at the lathe. You remember the explosion? Okay, I erased the explosion. Alright, fresh piece, one black line here up, approximately at 12 o'clock, and we have a depth here. 1 second, the depth, it's more than 44, it's 44.7. I can remove from the face here 0.7 to make it exactly 44. It doesn't matter for now. I'm gonna show you what matters and why I need also the other 6 taps. 7. I ordered in total. I don't remember how many I ordered. We're gonna see what they're gonna come. So whatever tap I found in the market, that this is to start, like I said, the threads. That's why it's like this. This is not. It's for straight through hole. All right. With this one, you have good threads till here, till this point. From here and up, it's not healthy threads. You cannot put it on, right? That's why I order also the rest of the taps when it comes. Then I have one stud here with a double nut here. No, nothing crazy, just to give me somewhere. I have one line there that's aligned with this, and I have to go a quarter of a turn here. You see? My zero, actually it's here, it's 1/4, and what I'm doing, I'm coming here, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, the actual 4 it's here, all right, because the quarter of a turn, like I said, 4, let me tight it more inside, 16, 17, 17, and start coming tight. 17, 18, tight, not that much. Here 19 turns. All right, that's how it is. Another one thing that I want to check, it depends with tap it's gonna be better, because I don't want to warm up
the engine block. If you want to make tight threads on aluminum, what you have to do? You just have to tap it while it's gonna be hot. That means you warm it up 80-90 degrees, you tap it, then you leave it to cool down, and then the threads are gonna be tight. You're not gonna have movement at all. But now, see, obviously, as outer you're going, so much play you're gonna have. But this is beautiful. I mean, it's not that deep inside. This is also important to have a good engagement the threads, to don't be. All right, so I said that has engagement here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. It's okay. You're not gonna be 4 turns. If you go more in, before it comes tight inside, before it starts coming tight inside, you see that I'm bolting by hand. All right, let's go a little bit back. It looks like that's not even, it's barely moving. The stud has a good engagement inside. That means it's not bad. It's not bad, this tap. I hope also the other one to be okay, because I'm gonna start, let us say, with this one or with the rest what I'm expecting to receive, but I need to use the one that is gonna make it threads till the end, till the bottom. Like I said, this solder here, it has to come face to disappear the threads and to be inside. That's what I need to be done on the block. All right, looks promising. Waiting on Monday to come the rest of the taps. And to be honest, I pay even almost double the money of the tool. Why? Because I put it argent. Whatever M12 by 175 I found in the market, I place an order. Let's see, let me get also the tool from here. No need to be here anymore. All right, that's the story. Okay. This is the story. Continue on Monday. I think that I already mentioned about the housing, the cylinder housing and the cylinder head. All right. Until I receive the rest taps and make some tests, I'm not gonna touch the two halves. I'm gonna make a test, like I said, on the piece of aluminum for a peace of mind. Obviously, if I F up everything and I broke any tap inside, then good luck. You're gonna tell me, yeah, you can weld the tap and extract it with one nut. Yeah, it depends where you're gonna break, if it breaks inside. But that's not the point. I'm not gonna start it. I'm gonna start it with the milling by hand, and then I'm gonna remove the milling after it's gonna be center, and then I'm gonna continue by hand. I'm not gonna do it full automatic. All right. Like I said, it doesn't matter on this piece of aluminum. This is just a test. Just a test, because you might get some taps in the market. You're gonna tap something, then you're gonna put the bolt stud or whatever, and then you're gonna play. You're gonna be all over the place. All right. That's why I wanna see. I might make this piece it's longer for this reason. Not only for this reason. Tassos, why the fuck you tight like that? Wait. So what's my point? You see, I can make another test, until I'm happy, until I found the right. Let me tighten it now, because I put it here. I'm gonna tie it properly. All right. I torque it down. I tied it. Nice. Neutral off. Fine. Neutral the switches. We are all good. Lights off. Have a nice weekend. That's it. Waiting, like I said, for the tap. Dang it, it's not about the money. It's about that I broke one stupid tap that I used it once. I didn't even use it once. It's just been bolted once, and then that's it. Well done, Tassos. Well done to me. Thank you very much. Over and out. Just leave it here to remember why I have it here. Yeah.